Did you think a minute and a half was enough to respond to the questions?
Well, actually, no. I would have liked more time because there's so much to be said, such as for education. Who can give a comprehensive answer to what needs to be done for education in a minute and a half?
Okay, we got 4 minutes right now. Let's hear that. Let's hear your full answer.
Well, I think we need to do something, and I'm putting together a white paper that gives a lot of details, actual numbers, figures, but we have to do major reform, and I wouldn't even call it reform, total overhaul from beginning to end. What we have in education in Texas and what public education is a form of socialism, and it doesn't work. Just like socialism in healthcare is not going to work. We all know that, but we somehow think, but education would be different. Well, it's not. My only surprise is how education has worked, is that it worked as well as it did for as long as it did, and I think that's largely because we were decentralized, and the customers, the consumers, had a large say in what product they were going to purchase, and that's no longer true. So it needs to be a top to bottom overhaul, and it needs to be, the spending needs to be cut. We way overspend on education. It just goes to show you can grossly overspend on something and still get a grossly inferior product. It's not a matter of if you spend so much you'll get a certain return on your investment. That's not true. So we're putting ourselves out of house and home with these ruinous property taxes. That needs to stop. But at the same time, we need to figure out what is the basic thing that the state of Texas will do for the education of its student population.
Kathie, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're on a subject I want to ask about. Would you push for tax credits if people sent their students to a private school?
No, not tax credits, because I'm for getting rid of that tax that you would credit.
Okay, so all right.
So that wouldn't work.
There is a pay-as-you-go? Is that how would you do that?
There is a place for vouchers in this transition from where we are, how we deliver an educational product, to where we want to be in the delivery of that product. As a transition measure, there's a place for vouchers, but not tax credit, because we need to get rid of that
And
tax.
I know one thing we need to do is increase the graduation ratio, because right now there are less and less kids graduating from high school. So we need to throw less money out and get a better product, like you said. We have to get more graduates.
Well, one thing that I'm against, I'm not sure how many Texas schools do this, but I see this nationwide. I've got a daughter who's 10, and I'm not cool with them promoting, oh, it's okay for you to get knocked up and bring your child to school. I'm against that altogether. So hopefully, I don't know what your stance is on that, but I don't think that's cool at all.
Well, like you said, we need a lot more than a minute and a half or 4 minutes to tackle the whole issue of all the things that happen with our educational system. But we're going to go away for a short commercial break, but we're going to be up with Kathie in the next half hour as well. So you all just stay with us, and we'll be right back.